Hi, I'm Justin Walker, here for the first episode of Munchin Mass. Today we're going to be checking out Code 1 BBQ. Located in the heart of Wilmington, Massachusetts, and owned by a couple Sean and Erica, Code 1 is a great place for anyone in Massachusetts looking for a good barbecue munch. Sean and Erica are a local veteran family, which actually inspired the name of their restaurant, Code 1, which in the Air Force means an aircraft is all ready for takeoff.
AKA, everything is A-OK, just like the barbecue. Mwah. Pulling in. I'm excited and hungry. You know, barbecue reminds me of the good old days. My dad always makes like this good pulled pork barbecue. I'm hoping that this place can revive those memories.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Have you had a chance to look at the menu?
I have.
Okay. What's your name?
Ben?
Ben. You gonna dine in today with us, Ben?
I am.
Awesome.
Super excited. It
What are you
smells
gonna get?
great.
That's what everybody says when they walk in. We don't notice it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, no, because we're around with our clothes smelling. We just always smell like barbecue everywhere we go, so we
Right.
never notice it. Yeah.
So what we're gonna get is we're gonna get the famous brisket platter.
Okay.
And for the sides with that, we'll do the garlic smashed potatoes,
Garlic smash,
some mac and cheese,
mac and cheese,
and then along with that, we'll get half a dozen of cornbread.
a half dozen cornbread. Okay.
That will be our order.
Awesome.
So what would you say inspired you to start a barbecue restaurant?
So my husband and I have always been barbecue lovers. We met many years ago in a restaurant. I worked there, he was a guest, and one of the things that we enjoyed was going out and finding barbecue together. And back then they just had cable. We didn't have like Netflix and all of that stuff, so we would just watch all of the shows on like Food Network and all of the barbecue shows and the competitions, and when they would go out to different festivals all over the country. And it was something that we just connected on always. And about 15 years ago, we started doing our own barbecue in our own backyard, and eventually it grew.
How would you say that you learned the techniques and different ways of managing and running a restaurant?
So I come from the restaurant industry, and I did go to culinary school a long time ago. We're not going to talk about how long ago. And most of it, though, is really hands-on. You can't really learn to work in a restaurant and run in a restaurant just from going to school. You have to do it. And we spent a lot of time, before we even opened the restaurant, we spent a lot of time catering and working in a shared kitchen and just learning from other people and, honing our craft, as you would call it, and honing our recipes before we ever decided to open the restaurant. And you watch videos, you take classes, you have to do it, you have to mess up. For example, it took us 8 months to come up with, our barbecue sauce, and I spent 8 months sending out barbecue sauces to people to try and getting feedback before I could figure out which one was the right one and which one we were going to go with. So it's a lot of trial and error and hands-on work.
Really like nailing it down, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What would you say is the most popular item on the menu?
As far as meat goes, it would definitely have to be the brisket. That's one of the, defining items of a barbecue place. Everybody wants to know how the brisket is. And then once people try the brisket, then they go and try everything else. For the sides, our Brussels and bacon, it's a Brussels sprout with bacon and maple glaze. That's the most popular side that we have. We go through hundreds of pounds of Brussels a week, which, are a pain in the butt to chop, but we got to do what we got to do.
Well, it seems that people like them.
Yes,
so,
they do. They love them, yep.
Right.
So.
Great.
So, could you tell us a little bit more about where the name of the restaurant came from?
So while I was it was in the military, so it's a military term for. I was an F-16 crew chief, which is basically a mechanic. And as jets fly and come back to base, they're coded. There's code 1, code 2, code 3. Code 3 meaning it's absolutely a mess, not going to fly again. Code 2, it's broken, but it's it can still go flying. And code 1 is the pilot says there's nothing wrong with the jet. So while I was working on my jet was always code 3. It always came back broken. So when we opened this, we wanted to call it code 1 because we know the food was so good and what we were doing was going to be great.
All right, so I'm gonna make Brussels and bacon for the Steve bowl. This is actually one of our most popular bowls. There is some bacon grease in there. Some Brussels. We make batches and batches of Brussels in advance. We bake them with salt, pepper, and olive oil. I'm gonna reach over here, okay? A little salt. Cover that for a minute. Let that cook. That was it. So we smoke the pork belly, we slice it, put it on the flat top. And this is gonna crisp up on the flat top. And we're gonna go get some rice. Stay warm right there while we finish it off the bed. Loves to be slippery. All right, this is gonna get a little bacon in it. Maybe a little more. Maple syrup. Toss down a little bit. Cover it back up for a minute. Put it down, okay? Alright, so these are done. Nice and caramelized. This is our most popular side right here. Gonna come over here. This is the Steve bowl. It was created by a regular who used to come in and kind of like make up his own thing. These like to fall everywhere. We're gonna put this here. We get some fatty and some lean. You can see how juicy it is. I'm gonna take a little bit of lean for this, and a little bit of fatty. And we're gonna plate the brisket. Right over here on the rice. Mashed potato.
Welcome to Munchin Mass, and now it is time for the segment you have all been waiting for. They do say the proof is in the pudding, so let's dig in and try some of this delicious Code 1 barbecue food. We're gonna start with the amazing, I can smell it from here, warm, delicious cornbread. Now, I know Axel, this is one of his personal favorites, so I'm just gonna hand it over to Axel. Axel, why don't you dive in and give us the first bite and the first take, you know?
Very crumbly.
Is it good?
Yeah, this is amazing.
All right, I can't wait any longer. I'm diving in. Give me this piece right here. Brady, you can grab one.
All right.
It's not too dry. It's actually like very moisturizing.
After the first bite, the cornbread, easily a 10 out of 10. I mean, it comes out so nice and warm. It's very moist. It's like that perfect bread kind of texture you would want for a slice of cornbread. And we have like half a dozen slices here. So, you know, I'm looking to share some with the rest of the camera crew here. Shout out to them, by the way. But yeah, it comes out very warm, moist. It's delicious, very flavorful. You know, it even tastes like there's already butter on it, but like there's no butter. It has that much flavor, and that's what I really like. This cornbread is amazing. So shout out to the chefs. I believe Erica made this. So awesome job. We love it.
Corn cake.
Second on the board, we are going to be tasting this delicious, creamy macaroni and cheese. Now, just based off of the looks alone, this looks amazing, and I personally cannot wait to dig into this. So, boys, let's dig in. Thank goodness. I'm just going right in. This looks so good. That is amazing. It's very cheesy, and
Very creamy.
that is exactly what you want from this nice home-cooked macaroni and cheese. It's cheesy, it's creamy, it's got the flavor. I love it. Erica, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Perfectly seasoned too. Like the pepper and the salt is really well done. Oh my god.
Very delicious.
Now, Brady, if you had to give this mac and cheese a rating of 1 to 10, 1 being I'm never gonna try this again, or 10 being this is the greatest mac and cheese ever, what are you giving this macaroni?
I will give it a solid 8.5.
Let's go,
Yeah.
Brady. Now, that mac and cheese was amazing. We know it was off camera, but we couldn't wait. Even the camera crew had to get in here and just get a piece of the pie. You know, that mac and cheese was amazing. I'm sad we're all out. I might even order some more to go when I leave here. But now we're gonna be moving on to something I'm also very excited for, which is just garlic smashed potatoes. Just by looking, the seasoning looks to be immaculate, and it is radiating with warmth and flavor, and I'm just so excited to dive into this. So, for the third time, you guys ready?
Hell yeah.
I'm ready.
Let's dive in. Good flavor. Wow. The texture is very nice. It's like, it is exactly what you want from like this delicious, like restaurant level, like high-end mashed potatoes. This is exactly what we're looking for. And man, Code One Barbecue, 10 out of 10 is delivering. They have gone 3 for 3. Perfect every time. This is amazing. If you live anywhere around the Bay State area, you gotta check this place out. It's just, this is delicious.
Garlic is really good.
Yeah.
That one, not too good.
I'm grabbing some more.
Wow. You would demolish this one too.
We have been demolishing this food. Everything here is just so good. But now, I gotta finish chewing. My apologies. Now, it is time for what we have all been waiting for. The Code One Barbecue specialty, the smoked brisket. This is the grand prize of this plate and this dish, and we are just ready to be winners. Are you guys with me? Let's dig in to the prized pig.
Yeah.
Grab myself a knife here. We're gonna cut right in, right here. I'm just gonna get myself a nice piece of this brisket. Wow. That just tastes like the perfect, like 4th of July, You're having a barbecue with your family. You're smelling that smoked brisket. It just came off the grill, plopping down by the pool. You got a popsicle in the other hand, and you're gulfing down this brisket, and it is so amazing. This place really gives me like that home cook kind of feel that you get in these types of restaurants, and it is just Code Barbecue. It's just Code One Barbecue, delicious. Now, I think it's no surprise that we all love this food in this restaurant. But let's go around like we do for every episode on Munchin Mass, and let's give the dish a rating 1 out of 10. Starting with Axel.
I gotta give this a 10 out of 10. I ain't gonna lie, I love cornbread. That was the best cornbread I've ever had. I love mac and cheese. Probably the best seasoned mac and cheese I've ever had in my entire life. Awesome. The mashed potatoes. I love garlic, so the garlic in it just, and that brisket. I'm usually not a big meat guy. Oh my God, that was good. Brady?
To be honest, I'm gonna give this a 9.5 out of 10. The brisket and the cornbread carried this dish so much. It's one of my favorites.
Wow, that's a great rating. Me personally, like, I would 100% be coming back here. This is like the perfect hangout spot for me and my friends. The food is delicious, the vibes are good, it's cozy, it's local. The people here are very nice, the service was amazing here. I gotta give this place a 10 out of 10. It is just truly incredible. If you're in the Bay State area, come by Code One Barbecue. It is a must-have.